The opinions expressed by the host and guest on this program are solely their own and do not represent the views or opinions of Blind United. We strive to provide diverse perspectives and discussions on our platform, but the opinions expressed should be understood as personal viewpoints and not reflective of Blind United as an organization.
Let's get ready to rumble! Y'all ready for this?
Well, good morning once again, and welcome to another edition of Coffee Time with Blind United. Of course, everybody knows by now. I hope so. Do I have to keep saying my name every time I do this? I don't know, but I will. And in the studio, I got a guest today. We got Luis. How you doing, Luis?
Well, doing well. Thank you, gentlemen.
All right. And then my brother Pedro. How you doing, sir?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank God it's Friday.
That part right there. That part right there, man. I'm so glad it's Friday. But anyway, let me get this out the way. As always, we started Coffee Time for this reason, basically to tell folks about what we got going on in our interest groups, which is the foundation of what we do. So we got tonight is movie night. They've been asking me about doing this movie Elvis. I found it on my Zero, so I'll be playing that tonight. I've never heard about it before. I see Tom Hanks is in it, so I don't know. Maybe it might be a pretty good movie. You know what I'm saying? So come out and join us tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Grab your snacks, drinks, beverages, whatever it is you need to do what you do, and come on out and listen to a movie with us. So that's what we got going on tonight at 6 o'clock. So anyway, good morning, gentlemen. So Luis, welcome to Coffee Time.
Thank you. I'm
So
glad I'm able to join finally.
Okay. Well, like I said, you say you've been listening in for a while, so I'm gonna give you an opportunity to tell these folks who you are. So let me tell you what I know about him first, and then I'll let him finish up the rest of it. How about that?
Yeah, feel free to do so for sure. Feel free.
He's been a participant of ours for a while. He's participating within the interest groups, mostly technology and stuff. He comes into our support group. He joined us on some movie nights as well. So he's been a great supporter of what we do at Blind United. So that's what I know about him. He stays active within our Facebook group and stuff like that. So, by the way, welcome. I need to do this right away. I got to give my girl props. I'm sorry, Louise. Hold on. I got to give my girl Monica some props. She was our 100th follower on our page. So we are now live again on our Facebook page, Blind United. So it feels good. Now, just got to hope that they don't change these rules.
These qualifications, yeah. So thank you so much to my better half. Thank you, baby.
Yeah. That distraction is throwing me off. I don't know, Luis, you might want to mute yourself. I think I'm getting feedback from you.
No problem.
Just right. You can lower a little bit your volume, and it might correct the problem.
Yeah.
But yes, she was our 100th. And Facebook always changing rules, guys.
They're
I know.
always changing the rules, man. but anyway, my girl, I want to give her props. I'm sorry, Pedro. I want to give her props for doing that for us, getting us back on here. She's always been a great supporter, just like Louise. I mean, Monica's a little bit more involved than Louise, of course, because she lives here with us. But again, thank you, sweetheart. I love you for that. But back to Louise. I mean, he's been followers. He's been part of our, nationwide stuff. So go on and tell these folks who you are, Luis, and what brought you to Blind United.
Okay. Can you all hear me?
Yeah, we good.
Okay.
Real
So
good.
I am Luis, and good morning, gentlemen. Thank you for having me as a guest today for the first time. So I came across this just by happenstance one time, some time back. So of course I always like to kind of explore different groups, try to see how I can get active somehow or another. Being totally blind for like over 30 years, I always like to explore different groups, try to give them, get information. I like to be fed because definitely I'm always open to learning because I don't know everything, right?
Right.
So definitely, coming into this, this particular group has been interesting because so many different, uh, let's say what shows, so it's
You mean our
definitely,
interest groups.
yeah, the interest groups. There you go. Thank you. And so it's been interesting, definitely, getting to know the different people that join all the time and definitely the host. So it's definitely been interesting and I enjoy it. So I try to be as involved as I can, So I'm from Indiana, so my time is 11 a.m. So I'm ahead of you all.
So it's coffee time and
It's
lunchtime.
lunchtime, baby.
Okay, okay.
I had my coffee already.
Okay, yes, and we do try to provide an extensive Zoom technologies and other factors like our movie night and stuff like that. We have our women's night too. So we branch out, guys. We do have several different Zoom classes that we do in groups. Um and it's something new that you ran into, Louise, right? The Zoom groups we do
Yes,
and it's been helping. I know sometimes conversating with the community helps out, to some folks. They like to talk and get to know more people.
for sure.
Right, just networking.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
sharing information. On the flip side of it, just being part of a community that just, at other times can just hang out and shoot the stuff. You know what I'm saying?
If I
Yeah,
if
You
I can add real quick, 100 people, good for you all. Congrats, milestone, baby.
know.
hmm
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, to do what with this part of it, the coffee time part of it. I mean, they've been playing games with us, but like I said, we're just gonna keep doing what we got to do. Haters gonna hate, but Blind United is gonna keep moving forward. We ain't got no hate against nobody. We ain't in competition with nobody. We just trying to be, the community that people want to be a part of.
Yeah, you
We
know
want to
what?
offer what we can to help you, at free, you know,
And for me,
everybody,
and for me,
you
it's
know,
been definitely positive. So I don't understand, why the being so rigid with the rules because as long as I've been in the interest groups, there's nothing, no bad language, nobody's getting cursed out.
well, I
So
mean, we got our guardrails up,
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
for sure, the safeguards, yeah,
you
definitely,
you have to, but at the same time, they understand this is social media being the main key here. It's about
hmm
the information they gather and how they want to use it to their benefit. And I mean, especially when you're doing something like this, they want you to do a little marketing thing with them and all that other kind of stuff. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Um.
we're a nonprofit. We You know, again, we do everything we do is for free, so it ain't like we got some hell of a budget.
Hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
Also, George said, "Good morning," and she deserves a 12 dozen of donuts, a dozen of.
Say that. And Brittany's in here with us doing. Good morning, Britt.
Good morning, Brett.
Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
All right, all right. So DJ Donut, you want to pass out some donuts? It's all good. So, but yeah, I mean, again, with Britt, my co-founder, we just we, Cheryl and Pedro. It's a team effort, believe me.
For sure.
To do this. I mean, we're just trying to reach out to folks as the best way we know how, and part of it is training. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody gets technology the first time around. Sometimes they need to be baby fed.
For sure. That's me.
And I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to, insult anybody when I make that statement. It's just the reality of, the community we live in. I mean, this technology is ever changing, ever evolving. My
Very
boy,
fast.
So I mean, again, so to have people that are knowledgeable and willing to take the time to slow down and give it to you, the ability to take and record it and put it away to where when people need to go check it out, is in a library where they can go check it out, which is our thing is what is it, audio.com, blindunitedaudio.com. So that's where we keep all our recorded stuff, so all of the interest groups that we do record anyway, especially like Pedro and Andy and stuff like that. But it's also, being able to talk stuff out with our support groups and stuff like that. So having fun. RS games. You play RS games, Luis?
I have not
Okay.
as of yet. I've been trying to explore, but I haven't actually graduated to that point. I'm still crawling.
Well, I mean, it's the folks do it from their phone. I mean, they give you a free trial from your phone. You got to be really, really quick with them finger commands on your phone. There's a lot. There's a lot of extra commands. Am I right, Pedro? As far as doing the RS games on the phone.
Well, yeah, it's different. RS games, you gotta buy them individually. Sometimes you could buy them in a pack.
Right, but I mean, it's a whole new set of commands, right?
To be able to play them, right?
Mm-hmm.
To navigate the game. The only one I know that's really, really good at that is Rosa.
Oh yeah.
Okay, loaded pink dice.
Yeah, and they're always loaded. I don't know, Rosa. Yeah, she knows how to play.
She be working that phone. I'm telling you. So, but I mean, I do mine on my desktop. I'm better with a keyboard, but again, it's just that wide range of stuff. That's our foundation. This right here, we do this. This is just to give people an insight that we're real people. We talk about that here we go. We got to learn technology. Why? So we can do what we need to do in life. You know what I'm saying? We like to hang out and do things, just like everybody else. RS games, whatever. Okay, we can't sit at a table and play Monopoly no more that way, but we can damn sure play on RS games, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can play Uno. We ain't got to worry about feeling no Braille dots because not everybody knows Braille.
Right. One of the things that I definitely enjoy about the interest groups is that for me, it breaks up my isolation because in my area, there's just not a lot of things to do, not a lot of blind people, something. So we're kind of all segregated in this area. So for me, definitely, Zoom has definitely got me out of that comfort zone of being isolated and being alone. So it's definitely helped me, especially, psychologically, right? Because I can only talk to myself for so long, right? And if I get in my head, that doesn't take me to good places, right?
I mean, that could be a deep conversation or a very shallow one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Correct.
you
Hmm.
know, but
And
no, I mean, I get it. That makes sense too. Go ahead, Pedro.
hmm shout outs to Monica. Monica, if you wasn't in the live, we were saying thank you and said thank you to you for being the 100th follower on our
Thank
page.
you very much,
Whoop,
sweetheart. I
whoop.
really appreciate you. We back live on the Facebook page, so hopefully our numbers will keep growing from there. You know what I'm saying? So if you're on Facebook, please follow, like, share over there. If you're checking us out over on YouTube, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, whatever it is. So uh, uh, we're just out here trying to live our best life. That's what this is all about. So what else we got going on today, Pedro? You said you was going to maybe work on an itinerary. You got an itinerary for us today?
And no, today I don't.
Okay.
I was just getting some stats yesterday, checking stuff out that I think is valuable to know. But
Did you
yes,
see the stats on that, Brett? Britt, we can talk about that.
Yeah, dude, shout out to New York.
New
yeah, shout
York,
out to New York. Yeah, that's true. The Big Apple.
the Big Apple, they represent, man. And then Houston, they second place, and
LA's third.
our hometown is letting us down.
But shout out to New York. If you're out there, drop a
We really,
comment.
yeah. Let us know that you're in here checking us out. I mean, we see the numbers. We see that there's a lot of you folks out there following us and watching us and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Drop a comment. Let us know you're there. We give you a shout out. Again, we're just trying to be one big happy blind family. Blind united family. That's all. Uh,
Yeah.
we all blind. We're trying to do the best we can in the hand we've been dealt. You know what I'm saying? We're
And
trying to do what we can to help each other.
yeah, and right now, guys, the ladies has overtaken us. So we got more ladies interacting and following our page. So,
Oh yeah,
guys, step it up, guys. Come on, step it up. But shout out to the ladies.
right.
Shout
Well,
out
I
to New
mean,
York.
girl power. You would look. They done came in and took over a
A
night.
day, yeah, a
You
night. They
know.
got their girl
Well,
night.
they did invite us to come work out with them, right?
And you guys can also be a part of the makeup class. There are a lot of men who wear makeup these days. So if you
Yikes.
want to
Okay.
do
Well,
that.
I might have to go and figure out some tips on how to hide my bags.
I plead a fifth on that one.
Please, I heard that.
well, yeah. Y'all can have that one. I won't be there. Y'all can more than happy with that one. Matter of fact, I'm being honest. I'm not gonna do the workout. So, but
Yeah, yeah,
so,
but
but no, we just trying to do what we're trying to live our best life, y'all. That's all this is. So,
Yeah,
uh,
that's why I say with Zoom, it's opened up so many avenues, so many doors. I can
it's
even
definitely
speak
been
for myself.
right. It's definitely. I mean, again, COVID. This is for me. This all came together during COVID. You know what
Right,
I'm
right.
saying? Who
mhm.
knew what Zoom was before COVID?
No, I never had heard of it.
I mean, we had Skype, and that was hard to use.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, I was never
you
able to
know,
figure that one out.
Now don't get me wrong. The Zoom, they got their head that got big, and now they starting to mess with the platform and make it hard for us to use this now.
Yeah, for sure.
But we're still making it happen. But no, it's been a great tool. It allows us as an organization to reach out across the country.
Yeah,
Like you say, you in Indiana, we got folks all up and down to the East Coast, down in the South, from the Midwest, all of that,
Yeah,
So,
sure.
and
I
the
mean, like I said,
interactions been excellent too.
right.
Hmm.
So, but it's all good. I wish we got to get into our Instagram, man. I seen where we got 300 and some followers on Instagram.
Yeah, they keep growing
Wow.
slowly.
Have
I
we
got
been posting on Insta, Pedro? Because I
a few
know.
times here and there. I try to add an image, like try to add a logo and a little post and little things like that, so it could go to Instagram. but yeah, we could concentrate a little more on Insta and see what we can do. Most the thing is it's images. So if we do a post, it has to include an image, and we could work on that also. So I have some ideas brewing and stuff.
Uh,
Hey, can I add something if you all don't mind? Okay,
Go ahead,
so
Louis.
I have not explored Instagram, right? However, like, can one of you give like one of the interest groups on how to access Instagram? You know what I'm saying? Can somebody teach me? Is there a workshop for that
I
or
we
what?
I mean we did. I've actually been wishing to hoping to find somebody that's really really good in social media and willing to basically do a group in that because I
Yeah, I'm
know
interested. Yeah, put me in.
you
Add me
know
to the list. Good.
that's an interest group I definitely would like to have on the schedule. I'm not good at it myself. I ain't good at none of this stuff. That's why I say I give all my credit to my team. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here. I'm that idea guy.
Yeah, I think we could probably build a group like that. Maybe a limited time thing, like let's say a seasonal type thing. Because it's only so much that you could cover on Instagram.
Sure, right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Right, right.
But
Well, but again, all of it. You know what I'm saying? Instagram, like you say, Facebook,
Twitter.
Twitter. I mean X. But I
to
mean,
me, it's always gonna be Twitter. I feel like
Yeah, right,
well, I
exactly.
mean that's what we was born as. You know what I'm
Yeah, correct.
saying?
X. What is it? X? Is that what it is? X?
Now it's X.
triple
Yeah,
X.
Everything,
right, right, right.
everything Elon does has got an X on it somewhere.
Yeah,
So,
right, right, right. Yes,
I
yes.
so
think
No,
he's into the P, like the PRON. Because there's
Yikes.
too
uh,
many X's. He got three companies and they all got an X. So imagine
Uh-oh,
that. Put them all
triple
together.
X, baby. Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
So
you,
right.
yeah,
Any
no,
new
I haven't.
comments down below, Britt?
Yeah, Tisha said shout out to Blind United. So thank you, Tisha, for watching and commenting. And I
good
want you
morning.
guys to know, since we're talking about social media, that's kind of how we boost up our algorithm. So if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, whatever, comment, man. That the more engagement we get, the better for us. So we appreciate your engagement.
We
Like,
really, really
subscribe,
do. Like,
and
subscribe, all of
sharing
that.
goes a long way, guys. Go ahead and share on your news feed.
If
Pass
I
the
mean, if
link
you like
around.
what we do, if you don't like what we do, well, at least as long as you're listening, I guess I should be happy with that. How about that?
And I
You
would
know what I'm
love to
saying?
give a shout out to our hate listeners if we have any. Thank you for watching. I don't know.
Right,
Hey,
no problem. I know we got a few of them too. So, but
Wow,
it's
we
all
got some
good.
views.
I
We
was
include
good.
everybody. Everybody's welcome to learn and get the Blind United experience, on Coffee Time. So, I'm glad that everyone's watching, and we're trying to grow. We want to unite the community, and the more viewers and we get, the better we are able to reach. The more we could
Uh,
find out on what our community is going towards, or what they prefer. So, the participation always helps, guys. The sharing
right,
helps
and
a
the
long way.
interaction. We're trying to build an organization that you want to be a part of.
Right, right.
We want to build this, with you, not for you. Well, we're building it for you, but you know what I'm saying.
And to be a part of.
Right, right. We want you to be, a part of the creation of
Yeah,
this.
for sure.
I mean, it's still grassroots right now. We just getting started. This is, my dream is this is going to live on long after I'm gone. So
Yeah, in a bigger platform.
right. But again, it be ours. It be that one voice thing because that's the issue with our community is not having that one voice. You got too many voices. It's too loud in the room, and nobody's agreeing on anything. I mean, where's it? Let's start with the common ground again. That's you know helping one another in every way possible.
Yeah,
So
we're all on the same boat, guys, and then we need to steer the boat together, and stuff to get to the place we want to get to. You know what I mean? We're all in the same boat, meaning that we all visually impaired persons. We
right,
might come from different backgrounds, different states, but we all want similar things. We want things to be accessible. We want those audible signs. We want to have a platform for us where we could communicate, where we could hang out, and that's becoming our Zoom interest groups. We have different groups, even for tech, but even just to hang out and watch a movie. A movie night. Put your popcorn in, come hang out, talk to some people, and then watch a movie. It's and another social events that we have is game night, that RS game nights. We have people that come that join, and hey, there's Monopoly, there's Yahtzee.
There's over what 30 games, 20, 30 games in there. I mean,
Hmm.
it's a lot of different stuff. I mean, so I mean that's just we're gonna leave this alone because we about to hit middle way in the hour. We've been on our soapbox for about 30 minutes now, so that's pretty good. We can turn the conversation after the break, but that's what Blind United is about. We're just trying to be there for everybody, trying to give everybody an opportunity, to learn, to interact, and an outlet to come hang out or be involved with something. As always, like we say, if you don't see an interest group that you like, man, get at us, info@blindunited.org, and let us know what your interest is. Maybe we can find a spot in the schedule for it. I
Hmm.
mean, last night was a new one. George with his the art of podcasting. That man, it was a really good group.
Yeah, I missed that one,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I mean, it was good. There's a lot of people that want a podcast,
Yeah, for
so
sure.
we're trying to do
Hmm.
things that people are interested in. So,
And
uh,
George has well over years, more than 5 years podcasting, and the
more
guest,
than that, I believe.
yeah, I think he's around 10. I'm just,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and he
yeah.
brought in a guest that is been in the TV game, been in shows, and he's been in production, and he gave us a lot of information, and
Yeah. Oh, Abel, he's a good dude. That's one of George's homeboys down there in El Paso.
mm-hmm,
Like I say, he's been on Telemundo, a bunch of other different stuff. He's been.
Univision.
Oh,
He's done
wow,
a
that's
couple of
interesting.
shows.
I mean, even right now, he does some sports casting stuff down there for the colleges and stuff in Texas. So
Oh, wow.
he's still in the game.
And he was giving us good ideas and good tips, guys. So if y'all looking forward to the next one, stay tuned, receive our reminders, and things like that. So I'm glad that for Luis and others that might be secluded, this is an outlet for you guys to be social because we are social creatures. We do crave to talk to other people. It's known in studies that more secluded you are, the more problems your body will have. The more depression and things like that.
For
For
sure.
some
It's
folks,
not healthy.
it's
They
Yeah.
not
say that
healthy.
being isolated and being lonely is worse than smoking a pack a day. I don't know how true that is, but
Oh, damn.
Well,
Well, I'm so glad I quit smoking because.
and I can speak for myself with the isolation. Definitely, those are moments that are not good for the soul.
Well, I mean, I guess in essence, I don't think I'm isolated, but again, I'm here. This has become my life, so I'm
Right,
just here
right.
doing this all day, every day. When I'm not doing this, I just try to, just veg out on something
Rest,
else.
right, rest, right.
A little bit of
But
peace.
a little bit of peace, you know what I'm saying? But again, it's just trying to provide this platform, this outlet for my community. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Uh, so I'm trying to make this thing grow. That's what I've been doing. So,
it's
well,
the half of the hour, guys.
yeah,
It is.
So, all
But,
right, well,
but
do your thing, my brother.
all right, let's do it.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United.
Have you ever considered experiencing the world as a visually impaired person does? Take a walk in our shoes and take part in activities such as crossing railroad tracks, using accessible crosswalks, operating a computer, and washing dishes, all while blindfolded. Discover the unique and wonderful aspects of our lives. This event will have vendors, food, and other workshops. The Blind United Walk a Mile in My Shoes Challenge, sponsored by Service Center for Independent Life. When October 12th in Claremont, California. If you're interested in attending or tabling at our event, please email info@blindunited.org or call 909-532-9513. Now back to the Coffee Time crew.
All right. And
We got some comments. Monica
go.
said that she enjoyed the podcast Zoom last night and she hopes we do it again. I do too. I mean, I hope that George finds it in his heart to do this every month, because I really feel like it was valuable information. And I mean, maybe it would be a limited thing, but I really, really enjoyed it. I think that that topic can go a long way. And Tisha also commented and she said that isolation is not good for the soul.
Not
Yes,
at all.
correct.
Not at all.
I
So,
also did enjoy that class, and I believe it could be a yearly thing, a yearly season thing, you
you know,
know.
I mean, again, it's once we get beyond the education and we start getting into, the participation, is like we was telling the one lady last night. I'm not going to shout nobody's name out without their permission, but like we told her, the best thing you do just start doing it. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
then you grow from there. So once people get into it, now the questions are going to turn. Okay, well, how do I go from here to there? Or then how do I do this? How do I improve that? You know.
Hmm.
So I mean, it could be a consistent thing. Maybe a once a month thing is not a bad thing. Some of these groups are like they could go once a month, right? So other stuff, like the entertainment stuff, we do that once a week, whatever.
Yeah, and if I can, even the support group, that's every other Monday and what have you, that's been interesting for sure.
Right.
Because it opens a door, gives us that platform. Again, being isolated is definitely not good, but it gives us a platform to open up and
Right,
have those
right.
personal discussions.
Oh. Well, and again, Dom is good at what he does.
For sure.
I'm pretty sure the one that's doing the one for the ladies, because we're gonna give them their own thing as well. Brittany keeps
Right.
saying we need to have a men's thing, but I'm good with Dom. But if y'all want a men's thing, we can probably find somebody to run that one as well. But my point being, I would it's being able to open up and he brings something new to the conversation. Again, the main thing that binds us, Blind United, that binds us.
Right.
We're blind.
Correct.
Okay. Don't nobody know what we go through but us.
Yeah, correct. The common denominator, right?
You know what I'm saying? So having a platform, an outlet where we can all just come together and explore those topics of the issues, the barriers, where we need to try to make changes. I mean, a lot of people want to make changes, but they don't want to put the work in. That's another thing. We got to try to pump that up. That's where the one voice thing comes into play. So,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, and unfortunately, we do have certain people that become blind, and they're like, I don't want to I don't want to join no blind people only because I'm blind. I don't want to interact with no one blind, and I guess some people are in that stage of denial still, you know, and it's not wrong, by not wanting to interact with blind
it's
people.
your
But I think,
process.
yeah, it's your process, but I'm just coming to the conclusion that once you start entering the community and knowing the community and the tools you could find, doesn't mean that you only have to kick it with the blind community. You
Right.
could have your sighted folks, you could have your sighted friends, hang out with your family, you know. I have a lot of sighted friends and I have a lot of blind people in the community that I consider
Right.
friends and all that, man. So I'm just me. I'm just Pedro as an individual, and I have friends all over the place. And for some people that just gone blind might think, well, I don't want to be in them blind groups. I don't want to be over there. I don't want to be looked at as blind, and I just have to be here. No, you're an individual. You could have your friends. You could do what you want. You could go hang out in movies. You could do all kinds of stuff, you know,
I mean,
and things like
once you
that.
get your independence, the main thing is be able to live your best life. If you're not happy in your life, then you have to look at your life and try to figure out what it is you're doing wrong. I mean,
Well, yeah, and
so
if I can add to that, I know for me, like when I lost my sight, I didn't have a clue, right? I didn't know what the white cane was, even though I was driving. It's not, if it's in the driver's manual, I skipped that page. You know,
well, it never was,
yeah,
but
you know,
again, and that's my whole point. Those of us that have had sight and lost it, I never
So
knew another blind person in my life before I became blind.
right,
So hold on, so
exactly.
hold on. I have a question for you fellas. So in the driver's ed manual, there's nothing about this is a white cane. Watch
No,
out. I
Not that
think we
I,
need to
Pedro,
change that.
not that I can
hold on, Pedro.
remember.
Remember, so when you were doing your mobility, did they teach you that when you're getting ready to cross the street, you're supposed to do a big high arch with your cane, right?
I was taught that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they
Okay,
did tell me that.
okay. They said, and I asked, okay, well, why am I doing this? Because to me, it's like I'm doing something stupid, right?
You're
Yeah.
flagging somebody down or something,
But they
right?
said it's to signal to the drivers that you're getting ready to cross the street.
Okay.
Okay,
I
where's that
wasn't
at
taught
in the
that.
driving test?
Yeah, I
Where's that
wasn't.
at
Yes.
in?
Yes, correct, Ed.
It,
Correct. That's the point I was gonna make. Where is that at? So what
Yeah,
I do, I just put my cane forward. That cane shines. They could see it in broad daylight.
right.
And they see me in the corner, they should have already think, okay, pedestrian's gonna cross. Like I had an incident in one of these cities. I was crossing in a crosswalk, right? Well, we saw the person across from us crossing the street also. So we started walking. All right, we met in the middle. Well, he crossed us, and the car saw him pass and saw our cane. They decided to start driving and not let us get across. And I don't know
Yikes.
if that was due to, oh, they're blind, they can't see us. Let's just kind of get ahead. They didn't let us try to get through. They saw Arcane, and I think this is an issue we might have to tackle. They need to include these in these driving manuals. They need to update, include what is this white cane, and the cars need to yield when they see this white cane, because at that time, no car wanted to yield. Somebody parked, and a couple pedestrians came, and they listened to the pedestrians without a cane and all that. I put my cane up, and they didn't even want it to stop.
Wow.
And that's
well,
how
that's really really sad. But
and in the
If I,
modern age, yeah, and it's sad.
and if I can, mind you, I got my permit, my driver's permit back in the 80s, right?
Mm.
So that's when they first went to the computer, right? So from what I remember, the permit test didn't have no picture of a person using a cane or even the service dog, the guide dogs, nothing
no,
like that.
nothing about blind folks.
Yeah,
Period.
right. Exactly. Correct. So, so if it's in the driver's manual, like I said, I skipped that page. But as far as the test goes, it was not on the test at
I
all.
mean, bottom line, we're putting our life in our
For
hands
sure.
out here when we're trying to cross these
Yeah,
intersections.
definitely.
We don't necessarily always have an audible signal. I mean, rarely do we have an audible
Wow.
signal.
Yeah, that's my area.
You
None at
know,
all.
so we're trying to depend on the sound
Yes.
that's going on around us when we cross these streets. We're depending on our
The
I,
mobility skills.
our skills. But like for instance, myself, those of us that do this, we know what our traits are, right? I
Right.
mean, so I trail to I veer right as I'm walking.
Right. Right.
With no sight, you veer. I'm
Yeah, for
sorry.
sure.
When you are total, you veer. If you have a little bit of sight, you can correct yourself. But if you have no sight, you're gonna veer, right?
No, no. According to the sighted people, go straight. Go straight.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
yeah. And
but
another
we
thing we,
can't do that, you know. So
yeah,
we're
you're
trying to
right.
make it across that side. We're trying to make it across that and stay in the crosswalk.
Yeah, the crosswalk. Right.
You
Exactly.
know,
Yeah, and
so
we're just like regular pedestrians depend on drivers to see and pay attention. We're dependent on that too. We're dependent on those drivers seeing us,
Right.
more
paying
than us,
attention what they're doing with that lethal weapon, because a car is a lethal weapon. It
Yeah, for
can.
sure.
I mean, think about it. The people, the rest of the pedestrians, they can see you if you urge forward or starting to roll
Right.
forward or what.
Right.
We can't see none of that.
Hmm.
Okay, we're going to continue walking right in front of you because we
Right.
cannot see you moving. You know, we may hear your motor, but then come on, hey, you know, me, that's when the hood come out. Hey, what's up, MF? You ain't see
Hmm.
me, MF? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right. Exactly.
Hmm.
It's
You
like,
Hmm.
dog,
know,
what's up with that?
I mean, what's your
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Exactly.
And I had a few incidents of drivers not paying attention
Yeah, for
and
sure.
running my cane over and stuff like that. And one incident, I was like already getting to the corner. I was on almost hitting the last lane. I was on the second to the last lane, and I guess the lady just took the right and didn't even saw, and then just ran over my cane.
No way.
And I told her, "This is my eyes. How am I gonna get home? How are you not paying attention?" And I told her, "Luckily, my house is just 3 houses down. But if I was somewhere else,
Right.
I wouldn't be able to navigate. And plus, guys, the lady tried to leave. A car had to get in front of her and honk to make her pull over. This,
Somebody's always watching to make sure you know.
And that's the way it should
Again,
be. You
she
know?
would have took it. She would have kept on taking advantage of your blindness. She thought
Right.
because of your blindness she could beat you.
Keep going.
You know what I'm saying? And then once she didn't, she felt guilty and paused. But before she could roll off, you know, in a second thought, somebody stopped her. No, you need
Right.
to straighten this shit out.
yeah,
You
because
need,
her thought was, "Oh, he can't see me. Let me get away. No license
Yeah.
plate, no
Right.
nothing."
yeah, he can't read my plate, nothing. You
And
know,
that's how I
so
feel some drivers are, especially when we were crossing that intersection over here in the West LA, and the cars they want to stop because I feel like, oh, they're blind. Oh, let me go, let me go, let me go. But if no one decides to slow down and stop, how the rest of the cars are gonna follow suit? You know what I mean? So,
I don't know. Maybe we could create some jobs by going back to old school and get rid of some of these traffic signals and get what they call traffic cops
Yeah, yeah, right,
mm,
exactly. Correct.
to
Like they
stand
used to
out there and
back
direct
in the day.
traffic.
Right, right.
no, but I understand why the schools and elementaries and stuff they
They
have
have
the
the crossing
crosswalk
guard.
people.
They gotta
Hmm.
Yeah,
have them. They gotta
yeah.
have them.
Yeah, because drivers sometimes they're on a, and I don't know why some drivers are on a rush when they could leave 5, 10 minutes before. Us as blind folks in our blind community, when we go travel, we plan things out. We leave ahead of schedules just to make sure we get there in time.
It's
You
in
know,
some folks' made nature, man, to just do stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? They just want to push that time limit. You know, they were all of the things that we're talking about. You know, they if you folks with common sense do all the things we're talking about.
Right,
But common
mhm.
sense really ain't all that common because not everybody has it,
right,
right?
exactly.
A lot
Correct.
of people do stupid stuff. Like you said,
Right,
they gonna cut it to the last minute to where they rushing. now they rushing and they don't have the ability to pay attention to everything that's going on around them.
Right. Hurry, hurry, hurry. And it's
Yeah,
all
because they're
about
not
me.
looking out. They're not looking out for any protection. They're looking out
No.
for where can I swerve and get in this lane and get in the next lane.
Right.
Where can I get over this car? They're not considering that. Oh, let me be careful with this deadly weapon. And
Yeah.
that's one of the things I have an idea. I was thinking every 5 years for drivers, they should get a 2 week break from their car and take public transit and stuff like that, so they could value their car, the privilege that they have
Right.
of
Right.
driving these vehicles, and
No,
maybe then they might start opening their eyes
no,
slowly.
let their ass ride around on access. Now, put them on access services for 2 weeks or a month while once every couple of years or something. Okay, they'll
Mhm.
value that car then.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, they will definitely value that car then. So
Hmm.
but
or
Any
anyway,
comments,
or
Britt?
any other public transit system, give them a taste, right?
right.
Definitely. Yes, there are comments. Tisha said that lady tried to leave. That's jacked up, Pedro. And then Tisha also said, like, um, bringing out the hood, LOL. And and Michael Phillips said, hello from Mike and Carol in Morro Bay. So hi.
Hey,
He
shout
really
out to
wants to hook
Morro
up with
Bay.
you. Right. He definitely wants to hook up with you, Pedro, and
Hey,
do some of this.
we could do the thing. Hey,
I,
I got
I'm gonna give you his.
conspiracies. I got all kinds of stuff to talk about.
Right. I'm gonna give you his contact info. You can give him a call, and
Yeah, for
because
sure.
he's got that radio show he does. He said they'd love to have you on there. So shout
Okay.
out to Mike. He's been listening for a long time. You know,
Him and his wife. Shout out
him
to
and his
Carol.
wife, Mike and Carol. In my phone, I got him as Julius. It took me a long. Every time I kept seeing him saying hello, Mike and Carol from Morro Bay. Well, who in the hell is Mike and
And uh, yeah, but yeah. So so I'm saying, some things we need to do some resolutions and stuff. I think the driver's ed instructional manual needs to be updated. I can't believe did not include the white cane, a picture of the white cane, and what to do when they see a white cane and what not to do.
Well,
Also, a picture of a guide dog. They need to respect these two items, these two things that we use. I know that they have these little white lines, so when you get to a corner, you stay behind the white line. But a lot of cars pass that white
oh
line, and
yeah,
then
for
they get
sure.
upset when you tap their car. But
Right.
hey, I use this cane to
Get
see.
back.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, and
Did you know some crosswalks actually have an extra white line that's a little bit further back?
oh no, I
This,
didn't realize that.
yeah, because when
mm,
they put that extra one there, so they'll stop back there.
Right,
That
right.
way, their nose does not come into the crosswalk.
Yeah, exactly. But
yeah, because.
this is the other thing about that. Even going back, even well, not driver's ed because not a lot of schools offer driver's ed. However, the driving schools don't even educate those that are working on getting their driver's license. So the driving schools, you would think you're paying for these classes. They have online classes, and then you do the driving instruction, but they don't teach none of that either.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
how are the new drivers gonna even know anything about what the service animals when you're trying to cross the street or the cane or whatever? They don't teach none of that.
correct. Yeah, so it's like when NASA sends a rover out, right? They plan for everything, but when something happened unexpectedly, they have to figure out. So just like a driver comes with a contact with a blind person or a guide dog, however it may be, with a white cane or however it is, they
Right.
might not know because they've never been taught. And sometimes when you're in that situation and it's right there now and then, some drivers might, oh, what do I do? What do I do?
Yeah,
And
don't know how to react.
don't know how to react. And we need something in these manuals and these driving schools. I think that's a resolution that we could work together with these big blind organizations, that they could come together and work on a resolution like that, because these cars are deadly weapons. These cars can hurt, and
Oh yeah,
we should feel
Man, they
secure in
kill.
the street.
it's a deadly weapon. I mean, it can they kill is what
Yeah,
they
they
do.
kill. You hear about it all the time.
So again, we got it's all about retraining. Again, they didn't have a community of blind people like they have now. I
Yeah,
mean,
correct.
now there's a community of blind people that are trying to live their best life,
Right,
right? So they're out and about a lot more,
right.
right?
In
So
public, right.
we're becoming more and more, prevalent within, society. People are seeing us a lot more. I mean, in my entire life until I lost my sight, I don't think I've seen no more than 2, 3 blind people in my whole life, you know.
Hmm. We're
And I became blind at the age of 27,
mm,
you know,
yeah. I
and
call us
even
a.
and
Go
even
ahead,
after
Ed.
even after becoming legally blind, right?
Hmm.
I still didn't know anything about the community. I still didn't see any blind folks. It wasn't until, I lost my sight, went all the way away, and I ended up going to a training center that I
Right,
was introduced to the blind community at
right.
large,
Yeah, correct.
So, we encourage everybody to get out and do stuff. Some of the stuff we do, the fundraisers we do. I mean, this walk a mile thing that we got coming on. I'm sorry, that was a slip. I rarely ever do that. I don't never say I. Uh, I say we. But again, the walk a mile, that's what that's about. Educating people. Letting them get used to knowing, letting them get a taste of what it is to walk in our shoes, to
For
live our
sure.
kind of life. Other events. We got our Halloween party coming up, stuff like that. Monica, we was talking about costumes today. She said, "Oh no, that ain't sexy enough." Monica want to be sexy. Go ahead, girl.
Yeah, braver.
You know what I'm saying? So, we just want to have fun. We
Yeah,
want to enjoy our
exactly.
life too, just like everybody else.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
Right?
regular folks, guys. We're just
Yeah, exactly.
regular. We just can't see and do things differently, but we're all human
Yeah,
beings. So,
exactly. We all have feelings.
Right. So,
hmm
we're not dead.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
yeah, and some people do have that condemnation that believe once you go blind, like, oh man, I couldn't picture me being blind. It's like a death sentence,
Yeah,
and it's
life is
not.
over. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
and it's not a death sentence, and it's not the end of your social
Well,
life.
let's
It's
keep it 100, Pedro. Even when I first went total, man, my life is over. What am
Oh,
I
yeah,
going to
yeah,
do?
for
You
sure.
know what
Me
I'm
too.
saying?
Yeah, me
And,
too.
and that was after spending 30 years fading into darkness. You follow me? It was a whole nother level of depression once it went all the way away.
Yeah, for sure. Right.
You
The
know,
stages you go through.
so
yeah.
again, no, and now I know, no, it's not over.
Right.
Man, we have fun.
It's far from over, guys. I know my better half. She says she goes out more now that she's blind. She's out and about. Her
Good
family
for
tells
her.
her, "You're always out. You're always doing something," and she says that she does more now that she's blind. She goes out and socializes more, does more events than when she was sighted.
I've
And
heard
that's
that from a lot of people that they actually go more places now than they did when they could see, which is crazy to me.
yeah,
Right,
when
right.
it's
A
yeah,
lot more social stuff.
Yeah, well, the
yeah.
confidence, the mobility
Well, the
definitely
sad
helps
part is,
keep the
what the
mobility.
sad reality of it is? We actually have more time because they won't give us a job now.
Well, it's harder, yeah, to get employed no matter what
It's
your
hard to
skills
get
are.
employed, so we got
Right.
a lot more time on our hands. So we go hang out with each other and support one another,
Yeah, and I
and do
think
stuff that way.
I think what's important to that is the mobility training, because if you don't have mobility training, you're not learning how to use the cane properly, and you're not gonna kind of venture out more.
Well, the more you do it, the better you are at
Yeah,
it.
for sure, for sure.
That's for sure. So, yeah, that's definitely part of it. So, uh,
Yeah,
Britt, no, go ahead, Pedro.
no, that is a good part. And yeah, also Brick, can you let us know the last comments before we get to the top of the
And
hour?
then you can also do your Jimmy thing, baby.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just do the Jimmy thing. Well, Luis, since you're our guest, can you imagine not having a cane?
Oh, no way.
No. Pedro, can you imagine not having a
Uh-uh.
cane?
I get all nervous. I wouldn't rather not step out without my cane.
All right. Without my cane, I feel naked. I feel lost. I feel naked and afraid. You guys, Jimmy with You Cane Give. He goes to these third world countries and he gives people that otherwise couldn't give canes because they can't just go on Amazon
Right,
and get a cane. They can't
right.
just go to the lighthouse or Braille or whatever and get a cane. So he goes to these countries and he gives people canes. He's been to Africa, he's been to countries in South America, he's been down there all over the world, everywhere that they need canes, he's given people canes. And that's not all. He doesn't just drop them from the sky, no, and just leave and say, okay, here's your cane, have a nice life. No, he goes to these countries with an O&M instructor. They give the person the cane. They give them a digital recorder, a solar powered digital recorder
Oh,
with
that's interesting.
instructions on how to use and repair the cane. So Jimmy is doing God's work. And that is just such a blessing. And so if you have an old beat up raggedy cane that you're not using anymore, you can go over to youcanegive.org. That's youcanegive.org. Go over there, get a shipping label. You can ship it to Jimmy, and he will refurbish it and give it to somebody who truly, truly, truly needs a cane. So come on, you guys, youcanegive.org. And if you don't have any old, raggedy, beat up canes, you can always just go over there and donate. Even if you're not a millionaire, every little dollar counts. Something is better than nothing, you guys. And if you can't donate that way, you can do custom cane. That's custom with the K, guys. So custom cane, you can get you a nice decorated cane, get, your favorite color. You can get a bedazzled cane. You can get your favorite sports team. You could get your business logo. You can get, I don't know, your favorite design. I know Ed has a cane with eyeballs and an American flag cane and a gold cane. So anything you could dream of, Jimmy will try his best to put it on a cane. Not only does he sell canes over at Custom Cane, he sells cane accessories. So if you need a cane light, so if you're traveling at night and you need people to see you, or if you still have a little bit of sight and you think that light might help, get you a cane light, get you maybe a Bluetooth speaker, be like a little motorcycle bumping down the street with your cane. I don't know. Get you a cane holster so that you're not putting your cane on the table because that's nasty. Um,
So I
that
have
is
I have
I
a quick
love it.
question. Is it the letter U or the word U?
you. I believe it's you, right? Like what you can give,
Yeah,
right?
YOU.
Okay,
You.
all right.
All right. So
Yeah.
you can give or customcane.com. That's custom with a K. They also have all terrain canes. So if you're somebody who hikes, or if you're just somebody who's really hard on your cane, or you want to lean on your cane, or you just want something a little sturdier, they sell the all terrain cane. They sell the telescoping canes, and they sell the aircraft aluminum canes. Oh my god, I got that right, you guys! I'm
You
so
got it
proud.
right that time, Brett.
I
Go for it,
did. I
baby.
feel so proud of myself. Wow. But yeah, you guys. So you can give, and Oh shoot, the wrap up music. I guess that's telling me, Brittany, you need to shut up. But that's fine. That's fine. I see how it is. But I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. On behalf of Blind United, we really love you guys. We appreciate the support. And we couldn't do this without you guys. Blind United, we created this for you guys because Ed has so much love for the blind community, and
we
Pedro
have so much love.
and everybody. They have so much love. So if you want to be a part of our email group, or if you'd like to know more about Blind United, if you'd like to donate, anything like that, or if you just want a friend, or if you need some computer help, you can always email info@blindunited.org.
Yep, and we will get back to you. Try to get back to you at a decent reply time. But yeah, good show, guys. Thank you, Luis, for joining us today.
Sure. Thank you for having me. Definitely, I'll be joining again.
Well, just let me know. Again, we do this every day, so we're going to be having we're going to be doing some changes. We're really trying to pull our production team together. We'll bring some new ideas to the table and stuff like that. So, bring back some old favorites as well as moving on with some new stuff. So, again, thank you everybody. Pedro, Britt, my sister. Luis, Monica, baby, I love you. That's your wife. I'm sorry, Pedro.
I love her too, Ed. But she's a wonderful person. She's a wonderful friend.
Lucky
I
you,
see how
lucky
she is.
you, man.
Yeah.
Lucky you, right?
But I mean, Chisha, everybody that listens in, folks. Again, we know you're out there. We know you're listening. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead
Thank
and
you.
Thank you. Number one, thank you. Number two, you know what I'm saying? Just drop your name in there. Hey, this is George. Hey, this is Sally from Texas, or
Right.
what we're gonna say, Jamal from Harlem, or whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, right.
Come on, Big Apple.
Shout
let
out
me know
to New York. I was amazed when I saw those stats. I was like, what, New York? People are listening
Right.
from New York? What?
Wow.
That
La
part,
Manzana
so,
Grande, that's what it is.
yeah, so,
And then after LA is Chicago.
oh, okay, Shot Town.
See,
Okay.
number 4.
All right.
And Indiana's nowhere on that list, right?
Well, y'all
I'll
next
try
door. Y'all next door. So I mean,
Yeah, right. I'm in the Chicagoland area. I'm considered part of Chicago.
Right. So, but no, well, I mean, we couldn't do none of this without the support. We're doing it for you. You know what I'm saying? Again, we're just going to continue to do what we can to grow. If you got any ideas, suggestions, comments, whatever, again, you can always get at us at info@blindunited.org. Everybody enjoy your weekend. Come hang out with us tonight. This is going to be an interesting movie. Like I said, it was a surprise to me when I seen who's starring in it, Tom Hanks. So
For sure.
I never heard of the Elvis movie. I didn't know it was one out, but hey, we're going to play it.
And it's audio described, right?
It's everything we do is for our community.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Audio described.
We don't even worry about well, it doesn't have the video part. It's only audio.
Right,
So,
right.
like get you your best Bluetooth speaker.
Right.
Hook
for sure.
it up to your system, your phone.
I recommend the
sound,
JBL
baby.
Flip 5. That's me.
The Flip 5 or 4, Brett. That's what I got.
Is it 4? I think it's
yeah.
4. Is it 4?
Yeah, that's the one that Ava was started us on.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that speaker's great. I love it.
And they're not paying us. I wish they would. The JBL Flip 4 is a great speaker for connecting to your phone.
That's gonna have to be a conversation I have because I'm ignorant to all of that Bluetooth speaker stuff. But I want one.
That's what we got to contact to see if they could sponsor a spot.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Since we're running overtime, I'm gonna throw that out there. I wanted to say it earlier. If you would like your business to replace those commercials we play at the middle of the hour, the bottom of the hour, whatever you call it, the 30-minute spot, hey, get at us. We're looking for some sponsors. We could use some sponsors. We could, promise you, a 30-second thing a day, or how would you want to pay for it?
I would appreciate that. I'm tired of hearing my voice, you guys. I'd like to hear something else. So please.
And if you would like to hear the commercial done in Brittany's voice, it'll cost you a little bit extra premium, but we can talk her into it. Trust and believe me. So, but no, she's wonderful. She plays them games, but that's my girl. I love her to death, my baby sister. So again, come hang out with us tonight. We're running over. Anything you want to know, info@blindunited.org. We love you. We appreciate you. Everybody have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys on Monday morning.